Great to see you again. Thank you for joining us on This Week in the Valley. Our show features people who are making a difference and events that are taking place all over the area. I'm Donna Bell.
And I'm Darren Olazaris. Very excited to be here with you. It's the third week of January, a time of cool, crisp winter mornings, high school basketball action, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and a day of service celebrations.
King has numerous notable achievements. His I Have a Dream speech electrified the crowd. It is regarded, along with Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address and Franklin D. Roosevelt's infamous speech, as one of the finest speeches in American history.
In 1963, King was named Time Person of the Year, and in 2000, King was voted 6th in the Person of the Century poll by the same magazine. King was elected 3rd in the Greatest American contest conducted by the Discovery Channel and AOL.
In addition, he won the 1964 Nobel Peace Prize, and more than 730 cities in the United States have streets named after King. But what I find most impressive is that his day is associated with National Day of Service.
This is a federal holiday, and many will have the day off. The Day of Service promotes a day on, not a day off. It's a way to transform Dr. King's life and teachings into community service projects that helps empower and strengthen local communities.
Martin Luther King Day is a chance to start the year off right by making an impact on your community. So appropriate that our first guest this week is Jean Jones with AARP. She works tirelessly to encourage others to get out and volunteer.
This week, Jean is joined by Liz Butterbaugh, Admissions Coordinator and Marketing Supervisor of Bristol Manor Residential Care with facilities in Macon, Salisbury, Marceline, Brookfield, Monroe City, Palmyra, and Carrollton.
Hi, we're back with another Volunteering in the Valley. It's mighty cold out there today, but if you want to keep warm, both in your body and in your heart, go and volunteer. We have a cooperative effort here between CVTV and our Long Branch area chapter of AARP, and our whole object is to bring groups and projects to the community so that you can hear what the volunteer options are out there. Give you a choice of something that you can go out and enjoy doing that will help someone else and let you come home with a good feeling, warm all the way to your toes. Today we have with us a young lady from Bristol Care. This is Liz Butterbaugh, and she has two functions with their organization. She's not only their admissions coordinator, she's their marketing supervisor. And today, Liz and I are going to talk a little bit about Bristol Care. You probably heard of some of the Bristol Manor facilities around the area. We're going to let her explain a little bit about what Bristol Manors are and what they do, how they function, and what she needs in the way of volunteer assistance at those sites so that the residents in those facilities can enjoy doing some of the good old things that they used to do when they were in their own homes. Liz, it's so great to have you here today.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about Bristol Care. I know they're a step below what's considered like a nursing home, so explain to me exactly how you work.
Okay. We are a residential care facility. We care for just 12 senior adults. We're not a real big facility. We like to keep it as comfortable and as home-like as we possibly can. It's not easy going into a facility, so we try to make the transition as easy as possible. We provide all of their meals, we administer their medications, we clean their rooms, we do their laundry. We have activities. We do try to keep them active. If they are involved in groups in the community, we want them to continue that. We want the groups to hold meetings at our facilities, involve our other residents, do as much as possible that they did at home, but just in our facility with our assistants. And that's kind of our goal.
And that's a wonderful approach to take in trying to bring organizations into your facility.
Right.
A group, well, in fact, our AARP chapter meets in a care facility in our community, and I find that that has been a wonderful partnership.
Yeah.
So what kind of volunteers, what sort of activities are you looking for? What's your goal as far as volunteering in your facilities? And tell us a little bit about where we might find Bristol Manor
Okay.
in this general area, because CVTV reaches out to a number of communities.
Okay. Well, in this area, we have a facility in Macon. We have one in Salisbury, one in Marceline, one in Brookfield, and one in Monroe City. And we look for volunteers to do Bible studies, maybe some small church services for our residents who are not able to leave our facility, especially during these cold months. We also look for people that will come in and do arts and crafts with them. If there is maybe a sewing club or a drawing club or something that might come in and work with our residents, things that they used to like to do but maybe are unable to do as much as they used to be able to. That's the kind of things that we are looking for. We also look for volunteers just to come in and maybe read the newspaper to them because they're unable to see it anymore. Just discuss current events with them. Maybe a book club would be interested in holding a meeting at our facility. And that's a good way to get our residents more active and brighten their spirits throughout the day as well.
And especially if they don't have a lot of family or other contacts in that immediate area, it's really important for them to have somebody from outside the facility that they can have contact with from time to time to keep them involved in that circle outside
Correct.
of where they live.
With our facility only having 12 residents and we have just a limited amount of staff, they all become, kind of a close-knit family and they all look out for each other, but they do enjoy visitors and they do want to see people from the community coming in and interacting with them and so that they still, are part of the community.
I even heard another option that was being discussed in one of your facilities, not in this immediate area, but that was some of the residents had expressed an interest in raising a little vegetable garden
Oh,
on
absolutely.
the property.
Absolutely.
Which, I think they're a lot more likely to eat their vegetables if they grew them themselves. They're kind of
Yes.
like the little ones, if they grow the beans and the peas and the carrots, they're a whole lot more likely to eat them.
Absolutely. In the springtime, that is always one of our favorite things to do in the facilities, is to do our own vegetable garden. And so if we had volunteers that would come in and work with them and some of them who have maybe never gardened before, they're interested in doing it now, now that they do have the free time to do so. So anyone that would be interested in doing something like that would be fantastic.
I know as time passes for me, there are certain things that I have always thought I would enjoy doing, but you go, okay, my plate's full. Where would I fit this in?
Right.
And now they've got an opportunity to learn new things, try new things, and maybe even beyond just traditional crafts, but learning to draw or learning to paint or any of those
Absolutely.
kinds of activities. Because I think that, at least for me, I age better if I'm learning new things and I'm staying active, and I'm sure that's true for all of your residents. too.
Absolutely. It is such a huge help just with the spirits and keeping everyone excited and about life to be able to be active and maybe, like you said, try some of the things that they've never done before and just have fun with it. There's no stress about it and there's no pressure.
Right.
And we all encourage each other and just have fun with what we do.
And that sounds like a great philosophy and a great attitude, because I know that I may be faced with going to some sort of a facility for my care as I go farther along in this track that we're on, but knowing that there would be a place where I might still have some challenges and get to learn some new things would be a whole lot better than sitting and staring at the TV all day. I don't think
Absolutely.
I could handle that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so are there any specific needs that you're aware of at any of these specific locations? Have any of the local folks there indicated to you that they have a specific need at this time? Because although we don't specifically reach all of these communities, we are accessible on the website, we are accessible through Facebook, so this will get out to a lot of folks that live in the area of your facilities?
I think the one that's been expressed the most is the reading of the newspaper, because
Okay.
it is such small print, and a lot of printing companies have gone to the internet as well.
Right.
So it would be nice to have someone just come in and sit down and read some of the articles with them that's going on in the local communities, and just discuss that with them, since they're unable to read it very well.
Or even the Sunday funnies.
Absolutely, the Sunday funnies would be great.
Thank you, Liz. It's been just delightful having you here.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping that some of you out there have heard this and you've said, well, I know about all these bigger facilities that are out here, but I didn't know about Bristol Manor. I hadn't heard about Bristol Care. And I really think I'd be more comfortable going into a small facility where I could get to know everybody there and doing more one-on-one help rather
Absolutely.
than so much large group. So think it over, contact the Bristol Manor in your area and see what they need. Because I'll make you a bet. I'll bet you when you talk to them and they talk to you and you find out what you have in common with some of those residents or something that the residents would be interested in trying, we're going to find common ground. And isn't that what volunteering is all about? It's
Absolutely.
about matchmaking. That's me, the matchmaker. We're kind of starting out fresh. We had Boy Scouts on our show last time, and you will have contact information on your screen. We hope to have the Boy Scouts back with some of the younger little gentlemen from the Cubs and talk more about what they need in the way of leaders and volunteers to help with those areas. The other thing we'd love to see is your organization, your project. We want to bring you here. We want to put you in the seat that Liz is sitting in right now. And we would like to give your organization or activity the opportunity to get the word out to folks. Because let's be honest, there are some of you out there that need this volunteering activity more than the organizations actually need you. It will change your life, I promise. Liz, thank you again.
Thank
And
you.
you go back and you tell your directors in the individual houses that we hope they will be getting some contacts, and let us know what kind of response you have.
I will. Thank you.
In the meantime, I haven't quite started looking for that first robin yet, but we're all hopeful. It's kind of cold and windy out there today, but the sun is shining. So keep on looking at that sunshine and keep on volunteering. I'm Jean Jones. Thanks. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.